consider sex-related issue spoken by a woman is crime. When a woman writes like a poem like this, definitely she has to face challenges from her own community, her religions as well. So when I face being a candidate this challenges, I have been disgraced, labeled as a fallen woman or a prostitute. I have no other weapon to face this challenge than a pen. So I have to write a poem again for this. They were talking about my body that lies there where I had cast it away. They don't accept me as one of them because they do not want to accept that I too can have rock solid views and not budge from them. The night and the moon do not attract me like it does them. They are angry with me because I don't agree to be subjected to their black magic and dwell in, cave in inky darkness and become a genie crocked inside a bottle. They do not accept my determination to not let their strictures make me stray from my chosen path. I want to confront them face to face. When they challenge me and ask me, how will you grow without any sustenance, without any help from the world outside you? Those who have seen my magic wings are amazed. My simple and plain words encircle them like an endless snake. Unable to free themselves, they struggle and stumble. I again reinvent myself. I see an even sharper me. My body still lies there, where I cast it off. Once more, I curb my intense urge to embarrass my body again, because I do not wish to become a genie crocked inside a bottle. I end one more poem. Can I read one more poem?
Very short, you can.
Okay. I am composing a song to safeguard the proof of their contradiction and the reasoning for their renouncement. I am composing a song. They say I am a fallen woman, a prostitute. They say one can be a slave of love, but talk about copulation is wrong. But it is a crime to give birth is all right, they say, but it is a crime to utter the name of the orifice through which it's come out. To put it succinctly, as a maximum capital punishment will be for me. I will live through till the last millisecond of my beheading. This body belongs to me, my adornment, my jewelry, my clothes, my footwear, my scent, my language, my religion, my love, the house I live, the road I walk on, the book I read. I will live such that all these will remain mine and will be what I want. Till the last millisecond, I will live through.
Thank you. And we have Sachin Ketkar from Marathi.
I will read out my poems directly, which stage this theme of insider outsider. First poem, both the poems are translated by me. The first poem is titled The Dildopnishad. The Dildopnishad. I don't have a body, I am the body. I don't have a soul, I am the soul. I am the ultimate self of all your orifices of your flesh, of all the hollows of your soul. I am the secular Shivlingam who gives Satchit Anandam to all the openings of your body, who fills up the vacuum of your flesh to the brim. Multiply me with the void of the body, what you get is the void. Divide me with the void of your body, and void again is what you get. I am masculinity without manhood. I am the Purusha without Prakriti. I am Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara. I am Dhyan, Dharana, Samadhi. I am Dharma, Arth, Kam and Moksha. I am Sat, Dwapar, Treta and Kali. I am Brahman, Vaishya, Kshatriya, a menial servant of your orifice, a pleasurable Shudra. I am the yogi who gratifies the hunger of your holes. Hence, treat me fondly, and I too will fondle you in all the right places. Allow me to penetrate the depth of your soul and get the first preview of the first and the last freedom. The second and the last poem that I'm going to read is a slightly longish one. It's in Marathi, it is Jarasandacha blogवरचे काही अंश. I have translated it as excerpts from Jarasanda's blog. 1. When Bhima seized me by my legs in his merciless iron clutches, he is going to dispatch me, I thought. He ripped me in half instead, from head to toe, like Dante did to the prophet in his Inferno. He simply tore me into two. It was on the advice of the dark charlatan that Bhima flung my two halves in opposite directions so that they could never ever be one again. He is the person responsible for my demerger, Pandava's Sala, that Ranchod. Second, the two halves of my being, the two halves which can never unite, are still very much alive, pulsating with life, because each and every day someone reminds me that I'm already dead. Third, I'm lying in hell's cheap hospital. The left half of my body on my right, the right side of my body on my left, the left side on my right side, and the right of my left on my right side. My left bollock on the right side and the right bollock on my left, the left half of my brain on my right and right half of my brain on my left. That's why perhaps I speak the language of the right with those on the left and the language of the left with those on the right. My left-right language converge from opposite direction, uttering the interminable throbbing dialect of suffering. People, however, call it poetry or something like that. Fourth, Bhima tossed away one half of my soul into the fields, the other tumbled into a cyber cafe. Eliot's ghost haunts one part of my being, the other one intones the Anubhavamrita. 5. I don't have a single undivided tongue. I have two incomplete tongues instead. My Gujarati tongue craves for the touch of Marathi. My Marathi tongue pines for Gujarati. 6. I order Desi liquor in the English wine shop. In the Desi shop, I order English liquor. 7. In fact, Ardhanarishwar and Narsimha are my forefathers. They are imaginary, however, I am real. 8. Look, this is my map. One half of my body is saffron. The other is greed, both facing away from each other. A historical white strip of the partition cements my two parts. There is also a sham of a heart with 24 spokes, defunct, but very much alive. In fact, I wanted to go to heavens in flesh. 1/2 of my body did actually manage to go there. The other half, however, missed the flight. 10. Frequently, the halved organ from 1/2 of my body arranged a limited overs cricket match with the organs on the other half. Obviously, my soul plays the umpire. Look, there is an appeal for run out. I signal for the third empire. 11. Only in you is this Jarasandha complete. So take me deep down forever, conclusively end 2 dissevered lives, 2 dissevered deaths. Thank you.
Do we take 1 or 2 questions? If there are questions.
After poetry, there should be no questions.
Yeah, usually no.
Poetry is the ultimate question anyway. If there are questions.
Okay.
I'll read something in Malayalam.
Yeah, I'm reading in Tamil, which I am composing a song. ஒரு பாடலை எழுதிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறேன் முரண்பாட்டை நிராகரிப்பின் காரண காரியங்களை பத்திரப்படுத்த ஆதாரமாய் ஒரு பாடலை எழுதிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறேன். அவர்கள் சொல்கிறார்கள் என்னை ஒழுக்கங்கெட்டவள் தேவடியாள் என்று. காதல் அடிமையாய் இருக்கலாம், புணர்ச்சியை பேசுதல் குற்றம் என்கிறார்கள். பிள்ளை பெறலாம், அது எந்த துவாரம் வழி என கூறுதல் குற்றம் என்கிறார்கள். துல்லியமாய் சொல்வதானால் உச்சபட்சமாக மரண தண்டனையே எனக்கு. என் உடலில் இருந்து தலையை அறுத்தெறிய முன் இறுதி மில்லி வினாடி வரையும் நான் வாழ்வேன். இது எனதே உடல், என் அலங்காரம், என் அணிகலன், என் ஆடை, என் காலணி, என் நறுமணம், என் மொழி, என் மதம், என் காதல், நான் வசிக்கும் வீடு, நான் நடக்கும் சாலை, நான் படிக்கும் புத்தகம் எனதாகவே இருக்கும்படி, நான் விரும்புவதாக இருக்கும்படி வாழ்வேன். இறுதி மில்லி வினாடி வரையும் நான் வாழ்வேன்.
Sachin, some lines or?
Yeah, a very short poem. The poem is titled पेंद्याच्या एकतर्फी प्रेम प्रकरणाबद्दलचा संक्षिप्त अहवाल. एक चिमणी आली, एक दाणा उचलला, भुर्र उडून गेली. दुसरी चिमणी आली, एक दाणा उचलला, भुर्र उडून गेली. तिसरी चिमणी आली, एक दाणा उचलला, भुर्र उडून गेली. चौथी चिमणी आली, एक दाणा उचलला, भुर्र उडून गेली. पाचवी चिमणी आली, एक दाणा उचलला, भुर्र उडून गेली. सहावी चिमणी आली, एक दाणा उचलला, भुर्र उडून गेली. सातवी चिमणी आली.
I read the poem Self in Malayalam. Short one. Swam. വരും വർഷം ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ മകനായി പിറക്കുമെന്ന് 1945 ഒരു രാത്രി സ്വപ്നത്തിൽ പ്രത്യക്ഷപ്പെട്ട് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ അമ്മ അത് വിശ്വസിച്ചില്ല. കൈവെള്ളയിലെ മറുക് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ അച്ഛന് മനസ്സിലായി ജനിച്ചത് ഞാൻ തന്നെ എന്ന്. അമ്മ മരിക്കും വരെ വിശ്വസിച്ചത് ഞാനാണെന്ന് ഭാവിച്ച് മറ്റാരോ ആണ് ജനിച്ചതെന്നാണ്. അച്ഛനെ ഞാൻ തർക്കിച്ചു നോക്കി. മരിക്കുവോളം അവർ സ്വപ്നത്തിൽ വന്ന മകൻ്റെ പിറവി കാത്തിരുന്നു. പിന്നീട് അവർ എനിക്ക് മകളായി പിറന്നപ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി അത് ഞാൻ തന്നെ ആയിരുന്നെന്ന്. പക്ഷെ അപ്പോഴേക്കും എനിക്ക് സംശയമായിരുന്നു മറ്റാരുടെയോ ഹൃദയമാണ് ഈ ഉടലിൽ മിടിക്കുന്നതെന്ന്. ഒരു ദിവസം എനിക്ക് എൻ്റെ ഹൃദയം തിരിച്ചു കിട്ടും, എൻ്റെ ഭാഷയിൽ.
Now thank us.
A big thank you to each and every one of you for reciting such absolutely inspirational and brilliant pieces of work. Thank you so much.